Hi, I'm Dan Rosenberger with Echo Incorporated. Today's series is about how to select a gas string trimmer. First thing we want to do is take a look at gas string trimmers versus electric string trimmers. And then let's talk about what task will be performed. It's all about application with string trimmers. And next we're going to talk about the curved shaft versus the straight shaft gas trimmer. We're also going to talk about additional features to look for with your string trimmer. The first thing you want to do is take a look at your owner's manual and your safety operator's manual. Some of the things that you're going to wear during gas string trimmer is a nice set of leather gloves. You want to make sure and have eye protection, some hearing protection. If you can, wear long sleeve shirt, long pants, and closed-toed shoes. Those are some of the things that you're going to need to operate your gas string trimmer safely and efficiently. I've got over 10 years of experience working with end users, dealers, and distributors on how to use and maintain, demonstrate, and merchandise their outdoor power equipment. I've been with Echo for more than 4 years, who's a leading manufacturer of outdoor power equipment for the last 30 years. Now let's get started. I'm going to show you how to select your gas string trimmer. Hi, I'm Dan Rosenberger with Echo Incorporated, and today we're talking about how to select a gas string trimmer. And now let's talk about how to select a gas string trimmer versus an electric string trimmer. First, you want to consider the run time. With a gas string trimmer, you're going to get an extended running time versus an electric or battery-powered trimmer. Fueling up a gas string trimmer takes only seconds, while repowering or getting another electric cord out can take 10-20 minutes. Recharging a battery could take up to an hour. So you get a much longer run time, and it takes a shorter amount of time to refill your gas string trimmer versus your electric or your battery charged string trimmer. Lastly is the availability that you've got to use this over a large area where you don't have to pull a cord or go get another cord or find an outlet where you would on a electric string trimmer, or change out the batteries or wait for a battery to charge up on a battery-powered pack. So those are some of the things to consider when buying a gas string trimmer versus an electric or battery-powered string trimmer. Hi, I'm Dan Rosenberger with Echo Incorporated. Today we're going to talk about how to select a gas string trimmer. And now let's talk about some of the applications you'll need to consider when selecting your gas string trimmer. First, you want to decide if it's a light, medium, or heavy-duty application. So on a light-duty job, just string trimming around the house, a curved shaft model may be applicable. If you have a larger yard with a little denser weed, more trees, more fencing to trim, you may want to consider a straight shaft. Or you're going to be doing some heavy-duty trimming in a field or in a ditch where a higher cc, higher torque machine may be the right gas string trimmer for you. Then you want to consider, is it blade capable? Do you need to do some heavy-duty trimming that will take down some light saplings or light trees? A blade capable unit, which is going to be straight shaft with a higher cc engine, may be the string trimmer that you need to consider. Thirdly, you may want to consider a multi-tool attachment where you buy the power head separately from the attachments. If you need a string trimmer and a pole saw, you buy them separately. The advantage is you only have one engine to maintain, then you buy the lower half or the attachments, which gives you a much wider range of applications. So those are some of the things to consider when thinking about the application of how you're going to use your gas string trimmer. Hi, I'm Dan Rosenberger with Echo Incorporated, and today we're going to talk about how to select a gas string trimmer. And now let's talk about curved shaft trimmers versus straight shaft trimmer. So here we have a curved shaft trimmer. While they do offer the same cc and displacement engines, the shaft is shorter and it is a cable shaft. So the first thing you want to consider is, do you need to use a blade? Curved shaft trimmers are not blade capable. Curved shaft trimmers are very light, they're very maneuverable, and you can get in and out of small places very easily. One disadvantage to a curved shaft, if you are taller, you do have to reach down a little bit, and over an extended period of time, curved shaft trimmer is probably not the right trimmer for you. And here we have a straight shaft trimmer. Straight shaft trimmers come in variations of engine sizes and displacements. You're going to get a engine vibration mount with the straight shaft trimmer, two versions with the shaft, whether it's a cable or a steel shaft. Most straight shaft trimmers are blade capable. Straight shaft trimmers are going to be a little bit more comfortable for extended periods of use. You're going to be able to reach a little bit longer than a curved shaft. You're also going to get a greasable lower end unit that's going to have a little bit lower gear reduction that you're going to be able to use in a heavier application if you're doing some heavier weed trimming. You're also going to get a variation of line and head options with a straight shaft trimmer. So those are some of the things to consider while picking out your straight shaft trimmer. And next we're going to talk about some of the features to look for while picking out your next gas string trimmer. Hi, I'm Dan Rosenberger with Echo Incorporated, and today we're going to talk about how to select your gas string trimmer. And now let's talk about some of the features that you need to look for when selecting your next gas string trimmer. First, you want to take a look at the recoil or starting system. There's many different options. You can get from an I-30 up to an I-75, which ranges from 30 to 75% of the energy needed to pull the recoil and start the engine, so that's an important feature to look for. You want to take a look at the handles. Are they molded plastic or do they have a rubber overmold for extended comfort? Next, you want to take a look at the actual trimmer head. Is it a fixed line head that you can easily remove and replace the trimmer line? Does it have a bump feed head that's standard on many straight shaft trimmers? Or does it have the upgraded easy loading speed feed head that you can get on many straight shaft trimmers? You also want to consider the line that you use. It comes in many different colors, many different sizes, from 0.65 all the way up to 0.155, which is the heavy duty line. It comes in many different shapes, whether it's round, twisted, square, star-shaped. So many things to consider on that. Another thing to consider, whether it is a two-stroke machine or a hybrid machine. A two-stroke machine is a single-cylinder two-stroke engine that uses 50-to-1 gas mixture, where a hybrid machine is actually a four-stroke engine that burns two-stroke oil. So those are some of the things to consider while picking out your next gas string trimmer.